Sneaky suspicions. My boyfriend likes my best friend. Suspecting that your guy might be interested in someone else is a horrible feeling, but what do you do if you think your boyfriend likes your best friend? Unfortunately, this predicament isn't all that uncommon. If you love spending time with your boyfriend but also value your friendship with your best friend, then it simply makes sense that they are going to end up spending a lot of time together, too. If she's as smart and fun as you think she is, and if he's as cute and funny as you know him to be, then it's not impossible that an attraction may form between them. Obviously, if they are both loyal to you as they should be, then they will never look at each other in that way. She knows he's off limits, and he would never do anything to hurt you, right? Well, maybe. How to tell if your boyfriend likes your best friend? Sometimes, you can see a bond forming between your bestie and your beau that makes you feel super uncomfortable. But how do you know if it's anything to worry about, or if you are just being a little paranoid? Here are some signs to look out for, and what you can do if you think your boyfriend really is into your best friend. Number 1. You catch them looking at each other a bit too much. A lot can be said in a look, and if you see your boyfriend and your best friend exchanging glances when they think you aren't looking, then this may be time to get suspicious. Sure, they are going to look at each other when they have a conversation or if one of them is speaking in a group. That's not what we are talking about here. It's those strange, lingering glances that they immediately snap away from if you speak or walk into the room. No one needs to stare at another person for that long, unless they're doing some silent flirting, which is definitely not okay. Number 2. He gets nervous when he's around her. Does your usually calm and confident boyfriend get all twitchy when he's around your best friend? You might want to ask yourself why. If he touches his hair, clears his throat, stutters over his words, or gets really quiet, it may be that he harbors a secret crush. Number 3. He starts showing off. Alternatively, your boyfriend's behavior may change in a completely different way when your friend comes around. If he starts getting louder, sillier, and showing off every time she is on the scene, this might be because he's trying to impress her. Number 4. He wants to know way too much. It's super cute when your boyfriend wants to know all about your friends. It shows that he's interested in you and the things that affect your life. It shows that he cares. However, if he starts asking question after question about a particular friend of yours, you might start to get a little worried. It's great that they get along, but he doesn't need to know every single thing that is going on in her life. Number 5. He hates her boyfriend. If your best friend has a boyfriend herself and your boyfriend can't stand him even though he is a perfectly nice guy, it might be that he is jealous. If you know your bestie's beau is a bit of a jerk, it may be normal that your boyfriend doesn't like him. But if you like him and thought that he and your boyfriend might even be friends themselves, try to understand why your boyfriend is holding such a grudge. If none of his reasons really make sense, it could be because he wants your best friend all to himself. Number 6. They have jokes that you don't get. Are your best friend and your boyfriend constantly joking about stuff that you don't get? Then, when you ask them to explain it to you, do they just say something like, "Don't worry, it's an inside joke"? If so, that is seriously annoying and may be a sign that they are getting closer than is normal. There is no way that your boyfriend and best friend should be spending so much time together that they have their own private repertoire going on, of which you don't even get to be a part. Number 7. He introduces her to his parents. And they get along. Again, this is a judgment call. It might be that he is super close to his parents and so, inevitably, your best friend ends up meeting them a few times here and there. What is weird, however, is if they get along so much better than they ever did with you. What's worse, if you can see your boyfriend beaming with pride every time they make each other laugh, this could be cause for concern. Number 8. They spend time alone together. You want your bestie and your boyfriend to be friends, that's the dream, right? So if they end up becoming really good friends, it might be that they do some things alone together from time to time. But if they consistently go MIA and aren't great at returning calls when you are trying to get a hold of them, this may be more than a little worrying. Number 9. He takes her side in arguments. No friendship is perfect, So it's natural that you and your best friend are not going to see eye to eye on everything. So when you do have an argument from time to time, you'll want to be able to go running to your boyfriend so that he can be a loving shoulder to cry on. But if when all you want to do is vent and let off some steam about your best friend, your boyfriend keeps sticking up for her, it's a good idea to question why. Sure, maybe you were being a bit unreasonable, but he should be able to see that you are upset and angry. He should be there for you, not make you feel even worse about it. Number 10. He keeps comparing you to her. Comparing you to any other woman can be seriously hurtful, but comparing you to your best friend is only going to cause a rift between the two of you, and that's just not right. If he puts her on a pedestal and has a "why can't you be more like her" attitude, you might want to ask him if he would prefer to go out with her instead. Number 11. He is all over her social media. He likes everything she posts, he comments on her pictures with compliments, he shares stuff on her wall that he thinks she'd like. If he is constantly drooling all over her Facebook page, this is bound to make you feel rightly suspicious. Number 12. They are way too touchy-feely. Inappropriate behavior between your man and your best friend is a massive giveaway. If they are constantly cuddling, tickling, and fighting in front of you, it might be that they have gotten to the point where they don't even care if you notice or not. It may well be the time to confront them and put an end to it once and for all. If you do think your boyfriend likes your best friend, what can you do about it? Well, the obvious choice is to simply confront them, either together or separately, depending on the situation. If he truly loves and respects you, you'll see a noticeable change in his behavior. If, on the other hand, he has something to hide, he will most likely get angry or defensive. If you want to make sure you aren't being paranoid, perhaps write down all the instances when you've felt that something just wasn't right, then talk to a third party about it and get a different perspective before you say anything. With these tips, you should be able to figure out whether your boyfriend may like your best friend, or whether it's perhaps all in your head. Whatever you decide to do, there's no point in going through your whole relationship feeling worried or insecure, so if it keeps happening, it's best to take action. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos.